Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. I'm glad that you're here for a little Monday motivation. I'm Pastor Tim. Glad you're here. It is a brand new month. It is the month of December, and I'm really excited for a lot of reasons. Number one, it's Christmas. Number two, it's also the end of 2020, and that's exciting and encouraging, which also means with 2021, new opportunities, new things that God has prepared for us, and so I'm really excited. But before we dive in, I want to go into scripture in Exodus chapter 20, starting in verse 8. It says this: Observe the Sabbath and keep it holy. You have 6 days in which to do your work, but the seventh day is a day of rest dedicated to me. On that day, no one is to work. Now, why am I talking about this very important commandment? Because this is the month of December, as I said before. And for most of us, I think we can all agree that December can get a little crazy. It can get a little busy, it can be a little hectic. In fact, just yesterday I was talking with the Elevate students about how there's so many parties and there's so many events, and even with COVID regulations, there's still a lot of things to be doing. There's gift preparations, and there's parties, there's work parties, there's school parties, there's getting your kids things for school, getting them presents, and there's just a whole bunch of things to do. And it's remarkable how we can be so focused on celebrating and having a party for Jesus that sometimes we forget to focus on Jesus. How ironic. How ironic that we spend a lot of time, not everyone, of course not you, but isn't it funny how I think we as a culture, even us Christians, can get so caught up in all of the parties, all of the things, and all of the just the stress of Christmas sometimes, and we forget to spend time with the person who we're celebrating. And so that's my one little tidbit. But number two, the reason why I brought up this verse is because I believe that this is a perfect opportunity for us to find some rest. I think this commandment we often overlook because it's an easy one to forget. We want to do work. We want to, like right now in this month of December, we want to have the parties. We want to celebrate and have fun with friends and family. And those things aren't inherently bad. But I think a lot of times we can get caught up in a lack of rest and a lack of taking the time to really focus in on Jesus and to give our hearts and our time and our devotion and our attention to Him. And I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes I want to do all that I can for people, and I want to go to the parties, and I want to invite people over to the house, and I want to do all the fun things that December and Christmas is supposed to be, and I forget to rest. And I forget to take the vacation or take the time off or take, whatever it is for you, take that time off and just to be with family, to be with close friends, and to just rest. And so there's an acronym I saw in a devotional about the word rest, about what it can mean for us in our lives. And so if you use the word rest, or EST, there's a few things that we can do this Christmas season to find rest. And number one is to remember His goodness. And what that means is that we are remembering all that He has done for us. We're remembering that no matter what is happening around us, that He is still good. Number two, we need to express our needs. And what that means is that we need to go to Him. We need to go to our God, our Father, who does care about us and loves us, and to express to Him, hey, Father, I need this. Obviously be grateful for what you have. Obviously be thankful for what God has already given you. But at the same time, God cares about your needs and He wants to help. And so it's important that when we're trying to find rest, that we express our needs. Number three, we need to seek His stillness. This is a big one. This is a hard one because sometimes it's hard to find times to be still, but I think it's really important. And what God implemented with the Sabbath is that it's so important for us to find time, whether it's once a day or whether it's that one day out of the week, that we find time to be still and to find rest and to find His stillness, because that's just equally as important, is to not just be still from work, but to be still in His presence. And then lastly, to trust His faithfulness. It is sometimes, let me say it like this: we're in unprecedented times, and we're in hard situations, and a lot of us are caught up in trying to make ends meet and trying to get things done and trying to make sure our kids have great presents and all these different things. It's important for us when we're trying to find rest to remember that He is faithful. and that he finishes what he says he's going to do. And so I want to encourage you all today. If you are already just a few days into the month of December, already just going crazy and just feeling stressed and feeling just overwhelmed by all these things, to find rest in God, to find a moment in your day, in your week, and to purposely set time for Him, to seek rest, to seek that attention with Him, to remember that He's good and that He's faithful, and to seek His stillness in all that you do. So guys, that's what I have for you today. I hope that this week will be blessed and prosperous. I really hope that everything that you do and put your mind to, you'll be able to get done on a timely manner. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next time.